في مدينة جوبا أجمل مدينة تيار قومي سريع ودينا في مدينة جوبا أجمل مدينة تيار قومي سريع ودينا اشتقنا لمونتي لماما رجينا اشتقنا لمونتي لماما رجينا في مدينة جوبا أجمل مدينة مدينة جوبا أجمل مدينة هيا يا قومي سريع ودينا سلام بتاعكم ناس بكتوري سلام بتاعتكم ناس بملكية سلام بتاعكم ناس بكتوري سلام بتاعتكم ناس بملكية سلام بتاعكم ناس بأطلع برا سلام بتاعتكم ناس بكونيو كونيو بمدينة جوبا أجمل مدينة تيار قومي سريع ودينا حبيبي لقيته يوم في موقفي مشينا سوا لصالة يا حبيبي لقيته يوم في موقفي مشينا سوا لصالة يا المدينة جوا أجمل مدينة تيار قومي سريع ودينا حبيبي لقيته يوفي موقفي مشينا سوا لصلن يا كلين حبيبي لقيته يوفي موقفي مشينا سوا لصلن يا كلين ونلعب سوا 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 ونونس سوا 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 ونلعب سوا 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 يوم عليك جنوبي سوا 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 سوا
سوا بمدينة جوبا. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. هنا كنتم أسعد الله صباحكم ونهاركم ومساكم بخير في أرجاء المعمورة الكرة العرضية مجازف سيف أتلانتي. قدم برنامج South Sudan is not a cup of tea with our team in Clubhouse, our sister Pam and our brother Sabata. And here in the studio with me, the executive body of ESSCA US, President of ESSCA, Mr. Juma, and the General Secretary, our sister Kiding. So they're with me here in the studio. We are very happy to welcome you with all our arms, and also for those who are in the clubhouse. They will not see you, but I'm going to hear your voice and they're going to listen to you. And if they have some questions, maybe they will also ask. And for us to proceed, I would just like to give a chance to Brother Sabata and Sister Pam, also to welcome the people down there on the clubhouse and to greet the audience down, and also to let you know that they're there to listen to you as well, and then maybe they have some questions also they can ask you. نشكركم جزيل الشكر. مرحبا بكم الليلة في South Sudan is not a cup of tea. يعني احنا موجودين ونستضيف اللجنة التنفيذية بتاعت ESSCA. معنا رئيس ESSCA بتاعت الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية، ومعها السكرتيرة العام بتاعت ESSCA أخوتنا كيدين. هم موجودين معايا هنا في الاستوديو، ونحن هناك في الكلاب هاوس في التيم بتاعتنا. سيستر بام موجودة هناك، وأخونا سباتا، والناس اللي بيسمعوا هناك، وكل الأودينس الموجودين معنا كمان في الكلاب هاوس and the viewers here, those who are in the Facebook وفي كمان اليوتيوب. Brother Sabata and Sister Pam, please, greetings from here to you there, and then we let you the mic to go ahead so that we can proceed and hit this topic tonight or this afternoon for some of you, to have a very, very beautiful interview to our brother and our sister, those who are from ESSCA Group. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brother Mujasif. I also pass my greetings to the President of ESSCA, Juma and also the Secretary General. And hello, ladies and gentlemen in Clubhouse. This is going to be a very brief information that the President and the Secretary will be giving to fellow Equatorians who would be joining the ESSCA conference, which is going to be done in Utah on the 2nd and 3rd. The details will be provided to you by the leadership of ESSCA. And pretty much the purpose of this is to clarify certain information that Equatorians who are willing to get tickets to come and enjoy the conference, asking with respect to booking hotels, dates, and all this. So you're going to have all this information now be given to you by the leadership of ESSCA. And so please go ahead and just share this information, share this Clubhouse, share this Facebook video so that brothers and sisters who are not around today can still find the information tomorrow and next tomorrow. We have about 2 weeks to go. So within this 2 weeks period of time, people will be getting the information and will prepare themselves accordingly. Much, Mr. President, and you're all welcome to this platform. South Sudan is not a cup of tea. If there are anything that people want to share, please just feel free and notify us, and we'll always also thank them.
Thank you, Sabata. Sister Pam, please go ahead.
Thank you, Brother Mujasif. I would just like to welcome those who are here in Clubhouse. This room was supposed to start at 5 p.m., but due to some miscommunication and difficulty, we're starting actually an hour and a half later. And I will also like to welcome those of the President of ESSCA, Juma Artema, and his Secretary Kiden to this platform. Please share the link also for those on Clubhouse. You guys can either listen here, or if you wanted to see who is the President of ESSCA and his secretary, you can go to the Voice of Kush over in Facebook, and you can also as well listen to the interview live. So we're just gonna ask a few questions, and then they'll tell us information about ESSCA and what is going to happen this year, because we have the conference coming up. That's all. I'm sure the room can more people in. Most of this information basically is going to benefit Equatorians, those who have questions regarding ESSCA or the conference this year. Joseph, I'll pass the mic to you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. Okay.
Joseph, your mic is off. So
yeah, I just, yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to welcome our sister, Kideng, the General Secretary of ESSCA, and also the President of ESSCA, Brother Juma. And hopefully, I'm going to start as the protocol observed in the system of any kind of organizations. I'm going to start with the President of ESSCA, as he's the leader of of this board of ESSCA. So if he can really present who is Juma Tima, President of ESSCA, that the South Sudanese, those who are here in the Clubhouse and those who are in the Facebook and in diaspora back home, they would like to hear a very short introduction. Mr. President of ESSCA, please, Mr. Juma, go ahead.
Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening to our viewers on Facebook and all the viewers that are also listening to us on a Clubhouse. I'm so glad to be with you guys here today. My name is Juma Artema. I live in the state of Minnesota. I'm the current president of ESSCA USA. It's a privilege to serve in such a beautiful, such a big organization. Before that, I had served as a state leader in the state of Minnesota for 7 years. And then finally, I ran for the office of the president in last year, which I won, and now this year we are up for re-election. And that's brief about me. I am a family man. I run a small business in the state of Minnesota, and I'll be a brother here in the USA. That's briefly about me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Chairman or President of, I don't know, how do you guys want it? Is it Chairman or President? Anyway, so President of ESSCA, thank you very much of, giving us a brief introduction that we're happy to, to host you tonight for me here and some of you there this evening. I'm going to throw also the same spear or the same question to our sister. Of course, the protocol observe this is the system of any organization, so that everybody have his own right. That Sister Kideng, please, can you willing also to introduce yourself? That will be a great to our brothers and sisters, those who are in Clubhouse and also those who are in Facebook, those who are also, they will watch us live. Those who are in the neighboring countries, in the camps, and those who will see us maybe tomorrow after tomorrow. Thank you very much, and I will let you also to speak out. Thank you.
Thank you, moderator. Thank you, Mr. Sabata and Sister Palm, for hosting us. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location. My name is Kiden Gladys. I am the Secretary General of ESSCA USA. Thank you.
Wow, that is very short. Anyway, thank you very much. I'm very glad. Maybe later on we'll see that when we start to hit the metal, and then things will come out through our interview. So anyway, thank you very much. The team of South Sudan is not a cup of tea. Sister Pam and also Brother Sabata, you had the President of ESSCA, introduce himself, and also the General Secretary of ESSCA, she's our sister Kideng also. She introduced herself. Before me to go ahead on this, I think the good thing that we know about ESSCA, people heard about ESSCA back home and also in the United States of America, but some they can have some doubt that what ESSCA is, what kind of activities ESSCA is doing, for the Equatorians, and what's the objective and the vision of ESSCA. If Mr. President, you can go on that, it will be good. And then we will just, want to hear more, so that our people, they will really, be happy enough to know, and also to have that initiative, so that they can really be very close with their ears, very close to the windows, to know what ESSCA is doing. Thank you very much. So go ahead, Mr. Juma.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate the question, Mr. Sebit Lante. Equatorian South Sudanese Community Association, which is, we usually use the acronym ESSCA USA, is a non-profit community-based organization which represents Equatorians here in the USA. Equatorians in this context are people who are defined to be people who hail from the former Equatorial region located in the South Sudan and part of the South Sudan country. Currently, there are 3 states in Equatoria: East, Central, and Western Equatoria. So our mission of ESSCA is to empower Equatorians in the USA through community mobilization, advocacy, education, promotion of culture and heritage, and self-help initiative. Our vision is that of unity, self-support, and a strong South Sudanese Equatorian community in the United States of America. So that's briefly about our mission and our vision.
Great. Also, I think, if our sister would like to add something, because I see that she has something that she would like to add. It's also, the voice of women that are very important also to add, so that they can accompany, our vision, our program, and this is what we believe as Equatorians. And I'm very proud that, to be an Equatorians, because we have that kind of elements back home and at family, that women was there to share with their men in every single day, in any kind of vision and also objective. So, Sister Kren, do you have something that you want to add to the President of ESSCA, your brother Shuma?
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Of course, as you said, it's an opportunity and I am humbled to participate as well as take part in ESSCA, one of our organizations, that is benefiting, probably made for Equatorians. And to add on what Mr. President just said, I would like to mention a few of the objectives that ESSCA has. One is basically to help Equatorians settle, build roots, and become independent, as well as empower women through educational program trainings, and as well as advocate and ensure that we have competent leaders or leadership that would help to lead and guide the organization, as well as the group of the Equatorians who are part and parcel of ESSCA USA. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. That is the voice of our sister, women of Equatoria and ESSCA USA. So, Brother Sabata, you had, Sister Pam, you had those who are in the clubhouse. Hopefully, I hope the voice is very clear. So let me go ahead and just to proceed a little bit. Mr. President, you know very good, Brother Chuma, in any kind of organizations, there is a certain issue for you to proceed and to go more further. And I'm very happy that ESSCA is start to have some, activities of organizing some of the conference. And that conference, it is not just, in one place in US. And that is moving around, and also giving a new inspirations to our generation, those who are coming, our kids, those who are in the United States, they start to hear about it. And also, that a lot of people that are coming from home and even from Europe, from different places all over the world, and they start to join all the time those kind of conference. So can you tell us more about, it's not this conference, but the conference that where you already heard about them, what ESSCA is doing. So what benefit does those conferences are doing to all our people back home, and also for those who are in diaspora, especially in the United States of America, through all these years? There is something that way we can really touch it through all these conferences.
Yeah.
Please go ahead. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Honestly, this is going to be a long answer. I will not get. I don't like to be like to give people some kind of lecture, but given the fact the kind of question that has come on board, obviously it requires a deeper answer that to be able to touch all areas of the question. So the conference basically we Equatorians every year we come together, and the conference provides we Equatorians as the beacon of hope. It is where we come together as one people. It is where we foster a sense of belonging, and come together as united people in the diaspora here in the USA. It started here in the US and it has already gone all the way to Canada. Canada is having their own conference as well, and that is because we are sincerely fostering the unity of our people. The few things that the conference has accomplished. When we come together, we are coming together to promote our togetherness. That's one. We've been living here in the United States for a very long time right now. And we have got families, we have children. So now, when we come together, one of the biggest thing is promote our culture. So the annual conference usually showcases the rich culture and heritage of Equatorian people. It promotes the 34 tribes of traditional dances. We get to listen to all kind of different musics from all different tribes, the art, and the food. The annual conference helps preserve the rich culture and diversity that we all have as Equatorian people. And our young generation are blessed to come and witness, to be part of it, to learn from the culture, to see how the Baka people dance, how the food in the Zande food test, and that can only be accomplished when we come together in the conference every year. Number two, ESSCA sincerely has an outreach, and this outreach we have invited diverse individuals to promote from Greater Equatoria region an outreach, including people like Dr. John Garang and Dr. Machar, who came in Iowa 2004. For those of you who had been there, we've had also a lot of people that we've invited to come and collaborate with us here to tell us about what they're doing for the country as a South Sudan, and also for us as people of Equatoria. People like Thomas Cirillo. We've had Clement Wani. We've had Honorable Bakasoro. We've had ambassadors, Ambassador Philip, who is the sitting ambassador of United States of America right now. And we've had clergymen also, like people like Dr. Paul Yugusuk, who had come and to foster the togetherness and the equatorialism, So the conference sincerely brings us together and helps us accomplish all these things. We have come up with many things, including scholarships and education opportunities to Equatorians back home. And this initiative was initiated back then. It has been, we have sent some scholarships to young people of Equatoria who are studying in East Africa. And not to mention the biggest one, which is the humanitarian help that we always send to our people. So when every year, and particularly for the case of the recent one, when we in Equatoria are faced with the humanitarian crisis, it is only ESSCA that is able to bring all these resources together. We mobilize people in from the community, from the grassroots, and we are able to collect all the resources and be able to send all the support to our people back home in Equatoria. And therefore, those are the few accomplishments that we have accomplished with the conference every year. When we come together, it brings a sense of belonging, brings a sense of unity, and we also look into how we can network together in the conference and beyond. So that is in a nutshell, that is the brief answer I can give you.
Yeah, very good, very good. Thank you very much. It's very clear. As you know that we are not here to deal with every single thing where we want to talk about it for the last 10 years, so that it's just opening remarks for us really to enter to the main issue of this interview today. That's important. So, but I would like to throw one question to Kideng. In the sector of women, how really women find themselves on that activities inside the system of ESSCA, and also inside our communities, because women always, they are somehow active. They participate in any event that way we can see through dance, food, and all those kind of stuff. So can you tell us somehow about those kind of elements that where we can just see it or touch it or feel it even that ESSCA is doing it through our women's? Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, moderator. And I would like to say that as women, we live in a society that's probably more of masculine, where we also have roles of women being defined, depending on what society we have and what the society believes in. Women can always be positioned where that society believes they should be. However, ESSCA being formed in United States, I believe most of you probably understand better how this country operates and how rights in this country are being upheld. And as well as back home in South Sudan, where women, we try as much as possible, be it in our society, to bring up women and make sure that from being male dominant, let's have certain element, let's have some percentage of women, or if not, maybe in the long run, 100% participation of women in the leadership as well as within the community. If you look by far, I like to say that women are the brain, they are the backbone, and they are the brain. And there are common words they say, when you have an intelligent woman behind you, then there is a bit of success. And the grace that women carry, the knowledge, the support that they provide, be it behind doors or in the front line, all contribute to the welfare of a community. Coming to ESSCA, ESSCA has provided platforms for women, and that's why I am here today. If we don't encourage women participation, then I would not be here. And tracing it back to years, we have had Dr. Jane Kani, the predecessor that Mr. Juma Artema just took over from her. She was the president prior to Juma Artema coming in. And we have had also Dr. Jane Abuja, who was once also a president. And we have had a couple of secretariats who have also been women and vice presidents as well. So ESSCA encourages diversity, ESSCA encourages equality, and ESSCA promotes participation of women as well. And I believe that bringing the women on board and supporting, working hand in hand, it's a goal to go, because today we are living in a society where changes, we are being affected with a lot of changes. So having a holistic approach that brings up participation from all from all around, bringing up women, youth, and the male as well would be the greatest thing that we can do. And I applaud ESSCA for that, and we look forward to having actually more women joining as well. Thank you.
Wow. That is 10 over 10. Thank you very much, Sister Kiden. Great. That's good. That's very good. So anyway, let me go for another question. That could be a good question as well. This is what I'm thinking, but maybe for some of our brothers, they will see that we are Ecuadorians. We are proud to be Ecuadorians, and we are proud ESSCA is doing wonders and even making different events where you see all the South Sudanese, even those who are not Equatorial, they feel that they should attend, the final day of the party of the ESSCA. So what the secret, Mr. Juma, on that?
Honestly speaking, we are loving people. The people of Equatoria are loving people. We always welcome everybody from South Sudan and Sudan to join us, especially on day two. Day two, when we come to celebration after we have done our personal thing on day one. You are all welcome to come and be part of ESSCA party time. That's the time when you come and test Royo or Malakwan, and we have all this different delicacy and culture also. We have really rich culture in the Lakembe. Sometimes we play there and all kind of different stuff. And so we are blessed with diverse tribes in Equatoria. And so when we go to the conference, we bring the best of these diverse tribes. And that's what brings the best of Equatoria out. And honestly, the credit goes to people, because they are the ones that come every year after year and say, this is where we belong, this is where we celebrate, this is where we network, this is where we stand together as one people of Equatoria, as one people of South Sudan. And our other tribes of South Sudan are welcome to enjoy and be part of it for the party.
Yeah, that's good. Enjoy it for the party. But there is another thing who is behind. Who is behind that? ESSCA is doing all these conferences, in United States of America, but it is not in one place. So what is the mission behind that also? This is also very interesting. Maybe I don't want to assume, but why moving from state to state and making, because I heard last year that it was somewhere, and maybe you can mention it, and now it will be in Utah. So why?
Honestly, when we move from place to place, you get to you go and empower the state. You get to go and see. For example, last year it was in Nebraska, and Nebraska, it was vibrant. Honestly, if you missed the one of last year, you don't want to miss this year. Last year we're in Nebraska. It was vibrant. We go and empower the people there in the state. We network with those people there, and we brought in the state leaders. The governor was there to celebrate with us and to hear about how Equatorians are doing and how we're contributing to the American economy. And so when we go from state to state, it empowers every state, and it also encourages even people from neighboring state to come and get to know about ESSCA. That's briefly what I'll say. I'll pass the microphone to my SG.
Yeah. But Mr. Juma, last year I had a secret that it was wonderful because Pastor Malesh was there, and you have very good musicians, those who are in Nebraska. So, Sister Kiden, do you think that is true?
Yeah, thank you. If you may allow me to, first of all, elaborate on the previous question that talked about people coming. People coming on the second day. If you probably came across ESSCA's bylaws, and as I mentioned, that ESSCA encourages diversity. We do have 3 types of membership. One is an absolute membership. That means you are an Equatorian being born by both parents from the regions of Equatoria. And then we also have absolute member, who's one of the parents should be an Equatorian. And then we have membership by association. That means you may not have to necessarily be from the greater region of Equatoria, but you probably is a well-wisher, or you like the organization and you feel it should be part and partial. However, this membership all comes with a certain sense of responsibility or maybe limitation. I'll probably elaborate on an associate member who is basically not an Equatorian, but willing to be part and identify him or herself with the organization. You will have every right to attend conferences, to contribute, to participate, brainstorm, bring in ideas, but you'll be limited not to vote for the leadership, simply because you are not born by either one parent or born by both parents from Equatorial region. With this, probably this will clarify to anybody out there who would like to be a member or who would like to join to become a member of ESSCA. Coming to the conference, of course, the last day, which is the party, is not necessarily limited to members. You don't have to necessarily be an absolute member, or a member by association. You can just be a well-wisher in the community, be it from South Sudan, West African, a Kawaja, whatsoever, a white who feels like you want to come and associate and join the team and associate and party and socialize. You're also welcome. But usually the state where we host the conference determines the fee for someone who is coming to the party, who is just coming in the party to enjoy the last session of the event. The state will determine how much you can pay. It depends. Some states will charge you $30, $20, $25, $50, depending. So that's just to clarify if there are viewers who are intending to come for the conference, so that you can have that a little bit clear for you and you can make your decision. Coming to the event that took place in Nebraska, I would like to say the approach that ESSCA uses, actually, ESSCA as a national office cannot operate without the states. And if it comes to the conference itself, the state plays a very, very, very great role to ensure that the conference is so vibrant and everything is done according to what is expected. At the end of it all, we coordinate from the main office, but it is the state which is on ground, or people who are within the state, that will really ensure that everything, the comfort of the people, be it the hotels, the party, the food, and everything is done in the way we Equatorians expect. If you look at us Equatorians, we're very hospitable people. We love to enjoy, we love to socialize, and we always love to have everything good for ourselves. That's how we are, and the states along carry that along with them. You know, when people come to your home, just as an Equatorian, you know how you welcome visitors, and that's what they carry along, and that's why you see conferences like in Nebraska really took everything like it was a blast. And if anybody missed, then probably you don't have to miss this one that is coming in Utah. The presence of Pastor Malish as well, our religious leaders, played also a great role, or a greater role in the conference. You know, seeing all sectors being involved is so encouraging. You know, where we have the religious leaders working hand in hand with us, inspiring people. That was a very, very great decision, or a step that the conference committee actually took to make sure that, including our religious leaders, all sectors were involved. We had youth presentation. We have a couple of youth in Nebraska who are actually having projects in South Sudan, and they made a presentation that actually moved the whole conference. People were very emotional, having pictures of how needy our people are back home. That was really, really very, very emotional. The youth actually, I would say, stole the program, stole the conference. So when people come for the conference, it's not just about the party, but there are a lot of things that happened, ranging from the reflective session that we have, coming together as a family. Given this current situation where we are in, a lot is happening, be it psychological, mentally. A lot of issues are affecting us from different corners. Coming together is one way of empowering and inspiring one another. When we are faced with trouble and we gather together, we console one another. Meanwhile, we also think on what we can do to our community. Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you, both of you, President of ESSCA, Mr. Juma, and also General Secretary of ESSCA, Sister Kideng. I'm really very happy to hear this, and I'm blessed, you know, to interview both of you today. And our team in South Sudan is not a cup of tea, you know, and also with the connection of our brother Sabata, you know, that's make things gone well. But there is one question that I would like just to make it here before to proceed to angle 3, because angle 3 is the one who is the main issue of this discussion today, or this interview. But Mr. Juma and Sister Kideng, the issue of the conference, that what ESSCA is doing, sometimes the information, it is not really enough to go abroad.
Mm-hmm.
Something is missing there. So they are wonder, and they ask, when will it start the conference for this year, for example, or last year, all those years who pass, and what's make that information not to go through to all the Equatorians, and also to all the members, those who are really willing to join what ESSCA is doing? Why that information is missing? And some people, they will just get that information in the narrow hour or narrow time, and it will be difficult for some, those who are not living in the United States of America, to get a visa so that they can fly and to join that nice event from those beautiful Equatorian people and all that diverse nation that what we have from our grand motherland, and especially in our region. They were going to miss that. So what led that information? It is not, went abroad, so that people, they should prepare their sack or their bag or their, I don't know, whatever is, and everybody beji bishunu bi ayo jere sura ajere gura mutakhir shadid. Mushkila wen ya Mr. President Juma?
Honestly speaking, we ESSCA is work in progress, and so in the last few years we've had different approaches of how to disseminate information. We have evolved from email system to text messaging. Now it is Zoom, it is WhatsApp, and so on and so forth. And
today we are in the Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah.
So with all this, sometimes some people don't get to catch up where things are. Like, for example, we have ESSCA Facebook, but even though we have over 1,000 people that are registered on ESSCA Facebook, that we disseminate information there, but for whatever reason, still it's not enough. And so that's why we're here today, you see. So we are trying to figure out what else is out there that we can get information out there. And we are always willing, we accept to be vulnerable as leaders and to go to any media out there, and we hope to God that the media will also give us the courtesy in the media. And so yes, we want to pass the information in all kind of medias that are out there. We have a WhatsApp group that has over 1,000 people in there. The same thing with the Facebook, and also on our personal Facebooks. We have promoted ESSCA conferences in all this, but it looks like it's not enough. We also want the state leaders, and that's why we want to make sure that the states are active, because if the states are active, the state can take the information and also post in their group, in their WhatsApp group, in the state leadership, state WhatsApp or Facebook, and that way the information can go a lot faster. And the leaders who are out there, any state leader who's out there, please, you guys need to connect with us in the main office, because when you connect with us with the Secretary General, that way the information can flow a lot faster, a lot faster than what we wanted, and you can pass it to your people. And so, yes, are there difficulties? Yes, there are some difficulties, but we are slowly overcoming those challenges. And you today are giving us a different platform that we can come and pass the information on it.
Good. That's why I don't go direct to proceed to what we are coming for, but we have to touch all the angles so that information can go to our brothers and sisters and all to the Equatorians as well, and also for the people, those who would like really to be a part of ESSCA. So I'm glad to your answer. Kiren, do you have something to add on this? And then we will go for our last session, and then we will have some random questions, and then we will let, if there is any question from Brother Sabata or the audience, those who are in the clubhouse. Yeah, please.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, moderator. I think Mr. President actually exhausted most of the things. One thing that I would say, as he mentioned before, that ESSCA is a work in progress, and as leaders, if you don't come back and listen to your people, allow them speak, you may not know what is taking place, and that's why we are here. Basically, this is one of the channels that has allowed us to come live. I wish if this was done earlier, but I think it's always, everything always has a beginning. I hope that in the future we'll also improve and make sure that these live sessions are done ahead of time, months ahead of the conference, so people can prepare accordingly. But yes, we are a work in progress, and we want to, I believe I'm very grateful that we are here today and you're hosting us. Thank you for this platform. Thank you for the opportunity. This is one step forward, and we look forward to having more sessions in the near future that can disseminate information and reach out to the world. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I think I'm trying to bring something to the attention to our people. and I'm just, but I will do it because it will take some minutes. When I see the president of ESSCA, Mr. Juma, with his cell phone, in one on the town, showing how beautiful is that town. And I was really, wondering that if I have win, so I should fly and to join you so that we can make that, daayada عشان فعلا الناس كان يقدروا يجوا في الحاجة اللي تقدر دي فوق. So this one, Mr. President, will bring us direct to the angle of today for this interview and the objective of this interview. Mr. President, every year there is a certain policy of the conference that what ESSCA is hosting. And it depends to the state, from state to state. And today you are here with our sister as also General Secretary of ESSCA to come with the new elements that ESSCA would like to proceed and to tell to all his members that what is the new elements that ESSCA is really would like to enlighten to all his members and to all the people, those who would like really to join this year. The conference of ESSCA, I think it will be on September. Almost we will have like 2 weeks from now. And there is new things that the president would like to enlighten us. This one, there is no any questions. Maybe the show questions will come through what you are saying. It will be follow-up questions that if I catch something, then I can ask. But I would like you really to present for us what program you have for all the Equatorians and the members of ESSCA this year, Mr. President. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much for that beautiful question. So this year, the conference is going to be in Salt Lake City, Utah. We sincerely would like to encourage your people to come and be part of the conference. The conference is where we come together as one people. We come and discuss the issues that affect us as Equatorians. We come and collaborate as one people. We come and promote our culture and many, many more. So those who have missed out last year, don't miss out this year, because when we come together, I guarantee you, you will learn something. You will learn something. You will meet somebody there that you have not met for many, many years, and you will network with those people. The theme of this year is a new theme, and it's intended to how we can excuse me, how we can improve our community. In this year, when we in Utah, we have got the program already in place. We're going to be addressing all the difficulties that are facing us here in the diaspora. Regarding the theme and the program, I will pass that to my SG to elaborate on that.
Thank you, Mr. President and moderator and the viewers. Thank you for that question as well, and those who are listening. This year conference, as he mentioned, and as Mr. President mentioned, it will take place in Utah on September 2nd and 3rd. And we expect that September 4th, of course, will be the date when people will be returning to their respective states. It's an honor and privilege that this conference happened to be taking place in Utah, working with the community that is basically in Utah. It's a very collaborative process that we have come along. And what interests us most is the theme that says shaping our destiny. And if you look at that theme as Equatorians, why do we need to shape our destiny? Equatorians, be it living in the United States or in any part of the world, be it back home, we have come a long way And we have been faced with challenges, unique challenges that we have encountered, be it in the United States. And over the years, we have tried to thrive through, build some sense of resilience. But nevertheless, we are affected in one way or the other because we are not only living in our world, but we are living in a growing world with a lot of factors and challenges. So in one way or the other, we would like to reflect using this theme. Are we Equatorians on a right track as we are meant to be Equatorians? If not, what are the challenges that we have faced? And how can we overcome these challenges? So basically, we'll be reflecting along that line, and that would definitely help us to think further and think deeper as Equatorians. Where do you want to go? Are we on a right track? If we are not, how can we position ourselves? Because at the end of it all, it is not about me, it's not about you today, but it's about the continuity of Equatoria, which is going to lie on our children that are coming up and the generation that is yet to come. So everyone should be present. And one thing that I would like to say about the conference, also from the leadership point of view, is that yes, we do have platforms. We do have Facebook. We do have communications that are probably done via these platforms. But nevertheless, you don't reach to everybody. You don't reach to every Equatorian. So this moment of a conference, we look at it as an opportunity to meet. It could be one-on-one, have those group discussions, and also provide a space to listen to every Equatorian that probably we were not able to hear from them from the different platforms that we have. So let's own this. And I always say Equatoria belongs to all of us, and it's only us that we can make it better. If there are challenges, we can always overcome the challenges together. But that's when we are united, and that's when we work together. So it's an opportunity that we have. And as leadership, or as the current leaders of Equatoria, would love to really hear from every Equatorian. If you are not coming for some reasons or the other, please connect with your focal point person, and we'll expect you at least to give your ideas to your leader. And if you happen to be in the conference, we'd love to hear from your states as well as from your leaders. We'd like to hear your voice, because we are here not because we deserve to be here, but we are here because you're there. So we stand here to represent you, and you are the center of this ESSCA and the center of this conference. Thank you so much. I'm not sure if you're muted, moderator.
Yeah. Sorry, I mute myself from the Facebook. Yeah, I think I'm going to give a little bit of break for maybe 1 minute and something, and then I'm going to play some of the activities that West ESSCA, already met, either humanitarians or conference, and then we'll play it here, and then at that time we'll come and proceed with another 3 questions, and our sessions will finish from our studio. Then we'll leave a chance to the audience, those who are listening, if they have some questions, they can ask. If you really agree to answer those questions, it's okay. If you are not, you will just leave it to go. And this is how our program used to be. So here I'm going to just play something very important. I just see it right now. Yeah, I'm going to share it. Yeah, some minutes, because we have to adjust the system. Yeah, ESSCA US is, some of the activities that what ESSCA is doing. And for those in the clubhouse, of course, they will not see the image, but they can hear only. Yeah. Yeah, ESSCA US. Again, we'll have some. Yeah. Okay. Again, we have another. We'll have. Yeah. Just I want to play something about humanitarians event. That what the ESSCA also did. Yeah, and then from there we'll proceed.
Rapide, sûr, à votre image. Téléchargez Google Chrome sur votre téléphone.
Ok, viens avec moi vite fait. Salut Mariam.
Sorry.
Combien est-ce que tu gagnes par mois?
À peu près 3500.
Ok, 3500 euros par mois.
An announcement, but this is the thing. These humanitarians.
Hello, my name is Jimmy Ocheti. I'm the chairman of ESSCA USA Board of Directors. ESSCA USA is
an
organization of all Equatorians. We are a non-profit, non-political organization. We have carried out an humanitarian initiative recently to help our people. That's why I'm taking this opportunity as the chairman of ESSCA USA.
Sorry, this is the old
association in the United States, ESSCA USA. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for your contributions and for making the ESSCA USA humanitarian relief possible. My thanks and appreciation go to Archbishop Dr. Paul Yuguso, Reverend Martin Nicholas, and all members of the Humanitarian Committee of the Episcopal Church of South Sudan, Central Equatorial Internal Province in Juba, for delivering the much-needed assistance to the affected communities, and the committee's videographer for documenting the stories of the affected communities for the world to see. Last but not least, I would like to thank the members of the ESSCA USA Humanitarian Task Force for the incredible work they did and for ensuring the success of the initiative. I encourage all members of the community to stand with ESSCA USA in its humanitarian effort, and together we'll be able to achieve our goal.
Yeah.
4 years still needs you. The work of helping them is not over yet. Thank you. May God bless you.
أنا جون فيليب من ولاية غرب الاستوائية، وأنا عضو في ESSCA Humanitarian Relief. فأنا برجع شكرا شديد لكل واحد القدم إيدين بتاعه عشان بيساعده أكون بتاعتنا هناك في سنترال إيكواتوريا. فأنا مبسوط جدا من أجل العمل اللي إنتم عملوا ده بوري محبة بتاعتنا لبعضنا مع بعض. ده بوري بإنه أننا ما بيسيبوا أكون بتاعتنا تابانين. ده بوري بإنه أننا مع بعض. فروح المحبة يا جماعة كلي استمر كون في أننا واحد. فربنا كلي بارك كل زول القديم إيدين. فإنت أليسا ما قديم ربنا كمان كلي بارك إنت مقدما لأنه إنت جايتي ودي. كلي روح تا وحدانية تا محبة كلي يكون فينا من الآن وإلى الأبد.
My name is...
Sorry, I'm going to stop here. And طبعا these are some of the witness. أنا ما أعرف. ده الناس طبعا الشوية أنا بس لعبت الحاجة ده لهدف معين. في president القديم يتكلم، وبرضه في أعضاء في مكتب القديم يتكلموا، وبعدين في زول الشغال في الريليف قاعد تحت هناك، وده بوري فعلا ESSCA is working. gorri innu hajat de gosul le nas set hinak, because that is one of the weakness, you know. Lama nas ma kalam el nas al tet hinak, it means that things are going well. So ana lebta video del video al mawjud al ana قدرت نلقاو to share also what is doing, and I'm very glad, Mr. President, you saw, you know, your colleagues, those who have been in before you, they did what they did. Next year, hopefully that when we'll meet again like this, I'm going to play some of the videos that what Mr. Juma and Kideng, you know, also, you know, start to do, and the success of those fruits that I will see, and I will be happy to play it here in South Sudan. Is not a cup of tea. And أنا بس داير نسألكم سؤال بالعربي. رسالة اللي دايرين ترسلوا لأهل تانا تحت القاعدين هناك، خاصة الناس التعبانين. ومستر بريزيدنت انت قبل قلت هدف بتاعكم برضو مهم شديد، تكون كان جسايد ناس بتاعنا القاعدين يكونوا تعبانين تحت هناك. you know very good. في ناس في محلات كتير محتاجين لمساعدة، ومدامتان هنا قاعدين في دول المتقدمة ده، يعني we have to يعني نشتغل في حاجات عشان حاجات يقدر يوصل للناس. So what's your message also to, you know, to your brothers and sisters, the Equatorians, you know, to really open their hands and, you know, to donate more and more, so that our people, those who are affected back home, also they can, you know, they can help themselves. So I think this is one of the message that what I would really want you to send to our brothers, you know, Equatorians, those who are in diaspora, and also for those who are back home. They will, you know, they will suspect something that what their brothers and sisters, those who are in diaspora, they can do for them, especially children and women, those who are suffering back home. Thank you.
شكرا شديد أخي العزيز سيد سبت. طبعا نحن في اسكا واقفين مع اخوان بتاعنا واخوات بتاعنا في إيكواتوريا ريجون في جنوب السودان. زي ما كان في الصعوبات في هنا، طبعا هنا في الولايات المتحدة وقفنا سوا مع اخواننا بتاعنا اللي هنا واخوات بتاعنا اللي هنا، ولمينا يعني المساعدات كده ورسلنا في الجنوب. فإصالة بتاعي للجنوبين للإكواتوريا في الجنوب، نحن واقفين معكم، ونحن عارفين الصعوبات اللي قاعد يحصل في بلدنا هناك. فانتم ما تخافوا، نحن معاكم. الا المساعدات اللي في صعوبات اللي انتم ماشيين فيه ده، البسيط فيه ان بنرسله، لانه نحن عارفين انه كن وقفنا سوا نحن بكون قويين كاستوائيين وكجنوبيين. فلازم بالنسبه لاخواننا في امريكا، عاوز اقول لكم شكرا شديد لكل الكونتريبيوشن اللي انتم عملتوها، لانه اذا كان ما انتم ما عملتوا كونتريبيوشن ده، يعني هنا كان ما بنقدر نساعد اخواننا المحتاجين في الجنوب هناك. فشكرا شديد، انتوا سيء يعني لما الناس بتاعنا بقى عايزين مساعدات انتوا وقفتوا معانا، والكول اللي احنا عملناه انتوا جيتوا وبالفلوس بكل شيء، بالتلفونات، بالتشجيع. فدي هو روح بتاع محبة، دي هو روح بتاع يونيتي. لو وقفنا كده ان احنا بنقدر نجيفوا في اي شيء اللي بيوجهنا. I want to continue that. Please continue with the contributions when the need comes. At this point, we're doing well, but I still want to encourage that in the future, there may be some needs still. And continue to stand with us. That's just one area that we also focus on here in ESSCA USA. That is to avail help to our needy people back home. And thank you for all those who have contributed. You guys stood with us. Thank you to Pastor Malis, who is the chaplain of ESSCA USA. He has done a great job in fundraising to raise the funds that help our people who are very badly affected with back home who are struggling, and for that we thank God Almighty for all His blessing to the people here that were able to send more help to our people back home.
شكرا كثير Mr. President Juma. I appreciate that. لكن أنا داير نسأل سؤال لو خدنا الجاي ننظم مكتب ذاته لو خدنا الجاي ننظم مكتب جنرال سكرتاري، في حاجة بعربي بيقول له قبل ما الفاس يرجع في الراس أنت لازم تكون مستعد. أنا داير نقول كلام ده ليه؟ Before any kind of problem that who comes to our people or happen to our people, if the general secretary they already had plan ده يعني هلا نحن قاعدين نكونوا جاهزين عشان ما نخلوا إيكاتورينز القاعدين ديل بس نجي ننادون في آخر دقائق. We have to continue putting things in the safe side in case كان حاجة في طوالي بيقولوا له يا فاينانس زول بتاع قروش حاجات ده طوالي ودوه هنا عشان الناس ما جي يدقوا باب في آخر دقائق. So I think that is one of the things that I want to hear to encourage our brothers and sisters to continue, putting the plan what the office of the secretary put, so that we cannot come in the last minute that crying and things are not in the safe side. So what's your message on that, sister?
Yeah, thank you, moderator, and thank you, Mr. President. I hope I am loud and clear. Someone just called and it affected a little bit the sound. I hope I'm loud and clear.
You are very clear. Good ahead. Yeah,
perfect.
Go.
Thank you. Thank you for raising that question. And again, I would love to say that ESSCA, just like any other organization or in any other setting or in any other nonprofit making or a start or an initiative that anybody would have, usually most organizations, if not all, rely on donations. And those donations can be through projects that you write, proposals, grant writing, can be donation from within members that, from membership, as well as another source that or sources that you have for mobilizing, be it in kind or in monetary form. So for ESSCA USA, I know over the years we have, if not depended so much on donations that are coming from every Equatorian who has felt touched by the needs of our people, be it within or back home. I know lately the needs back home has been so much, so pressing, and it's overwhelming, and at the same time emotional and touching. And many of us, many Equatorians, have really stretched out their hands, shared the little that they have, for going, compromising the challenges, the financial challenges that they are facing within, just to extend the support to our loved ones back home. One strategy that we Equatorians should really embark on is the membership. When you are a member, governed by our bylaws, a member, when you become a member, you're entitled to paying $24. We call that a subscription membership fee, which is paid. You can either pay it once or you can pay it $2 every month. So that becomes the first income, or become the first funds that ESSCA can have at hand. And if we have to sustain ESSCA, then that should be the mode of sustainability actually before we look out into donation. As we all know that donors are time bound. They will be there today, they may not be there tomorrow. If these donors are not there, what will ESSCA do? And yet our needs, the needs of our people will not end, it will still be there. So our main dependent at this point will be the membership fee. That means every Equatorian, if you really value being an Equatorian, and if you feel there's need to identify yourself, and with ESSCA being one organization that defines or made for us Equatorians here in the United States, then you should become a member. When you're a member and you pay your $24, that becomes a saving income that will have an automatic payment that we'll have from the subscription. Looking at other options will basically be writing out projects and getting donation from any available donors to help also support the needs of our people alongside the fundraisings that we'll be holding. And I would like to say that membership has been a little bit very low for various reasons that possibly individuals are best known to the individuals. But we are here to encourage you and say, please come on board, become a member, and let's have our money, let's have our subscription fee paid so that if anything happens where we need to respond, we are quick at reaching, we are quick at resolving, we are quick at responding to the needs of the people. Of course, ESSCA is looking out, mapping out areas where grants can be written, and we are hoping that out of this conference that we'll be meeting, we'll be able also to together generate ideas and map out what will be potential projects that we can write to support our people. Thank you so much.
يا شكرا كثير. شكرا. آخر حاجة ونحن ماشيين نختم عشان ندي فرص لأنه we run almost 1 hour and 15 minutes. عشان إحنا مش نختم وندي فرصة لسباتا and also for some of the Catholics, those who are on the clubhouse, if they would like to ask any question, then they will have only like 2 minutes or 3 minutes maximum, so that we can wrap it. Yeah, Mr. President, just come to my imagination that if I would like to go or to just come to this conference this year, and what should I do? What process that I should follow so that everything should be in the safe side? As you know that I'm living in France, I'm far, and just I know that there is a conference, and this conference, I'm interested about the conference, but what should I do? What kind of, to follow up so that everything will be in the safe side, and then I will enjoy that conference. So if you'd like to enlighten us about that, it will be good. And if it's not, also your General Secretary, Sister Kideng, also to enlighten us. Because I think this is very important for me, that it's not only me, but there is many people, those who would like to know the process to join the conference of Utah on September 2023.
Thank you very much. Anybody, all Equatorians in the United States are all welcome to come and be part of the conference. They don't need any invitations. The fee has changed because for the last 21 years, we were stuck at $100 fee. And the last 3 conferences, we could not longer sustain the running of the conference. And so last year we sat down in the General Assembly, and it was passed that the fee be changed from $100 to $150. So now if you come in, all adults pay $150 per person. And if you're a student, you have an ID, you can pay, it costs you $80. And for seniors, also $80. If you don't have any income whatsoever, you're welcome also. We just need you to explain, and you need and our team will take care of that. For those who are outside the United States, you will need an invitation so that you can be able to get a visa. I think a little bit too tight for places that you would not get a visa a lot faster. The countries where you can come to America without difficulty with visa, you're welcome. If you need an invitation, we will be glad to send that. Although the window has closed this year, so we have we have a window that it has to close by a certain date, and that has already closed because it does not give enough time for you to process your visa and buy a ticket on time. So those who are in the United States, you're welcome. Come one, come all. We also want to send this message out to our musicians. So far, we're doing great. We received from the video we shot, we got 3 musicians who are going to come and be part of the conference. So it's going to be lively. We need more. We need the big shots. Still, we need to see dynamic. We need to see Yaba Angelosi. These are big shots. We need to see Sultan Clinton. These are people we want to see, you know, and many others who are here in the United States base. Come and be part of it. Bring the best of you. Come, we will give you the platform and promote you. We want to promote you as your people. We want to promote the Equatorian community as well. So I'll stop here for now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but Mr. President, before to give to our sister, the Secretary General, Madam Kideng, 150 for those who are in United States, I think, and 80 for the students and senior. All right, good. But Mr. President, is it this money is include where the person is going to live and to eat, or because somehow for me I look to it like it is somehow very small amount of money if somebody is going to stay 2-3 days, and if that money is include in the hotel and also the food. You laugh because I know the experience of the hotels one night almost, you know, in some places it can go over $200 or even $800. This is what I want to know because, you know, in United States of America, people are not living in the same area. Some people that States, they fly 3-4 hours, and even I can arrive before them even to arrive over there.
Correct. You're right about that. So yes, indeed the $150 that only covers the conference itself. That money goes towards renting the hall, paying for the food, paying for the instruments that we're using, and that kind of thing. And every individual will have to find their way of boarding. You could board in a hotel. If you also has a friend who lives in Utah, I'm sure he or she will be glad to welcome you to board with them too. So that's another way to also to reduce the cost. But every individual will have to find their accommodation. The only thing that fee goes towards the venue and food for the 2 days, 3 days that you're there. Day 3 is where we usually close with picnic. That's also beautiful. People get out in the park, and there's a lot of culture and traditions that takes place during that time. So your question's in place.
Yeah, that's very important for us to know that this money, what the president of ESSCA or even his team or his executive body, I think the money is for food, for the instrument, but for you to go and sleep or to find your better place, I think you have to do jabada shoya kida. I to know to work with a presidential, I don't know whatever is my brother. So you have to find your way, or you have some friends, they can find you a place, or you take your tent and then you just put it somewhere, and then you just attend the conference. Kideng, do you have something on this?
Not really so much. Mr. President almost covered everything, but just to emphasize that, yes, by design, the conference is made to be self-sponsored or self-funding. That means it's an event, it's an activity that we all need as Equatorians. So that means we pay for almost the cost of everything. You have to pay for your hotel, as Mr. President just said, your transportation as well, if you're using flight, if you're flying from out of state, and food, hall, and other activities that will take place will definitely be taken care of within the amount that we pay. That's by design. Until further notice, that's still the approach that we use for this specific event. There has been questions from people whether conferences cannot be funded, or if ESSCA has money, why can ESSCA pay for these conferences? Those questions are legit. Depending on every state, it is possible for state to apply for grants within, and as well as have those conferences funded. But that still does not erase the fact that it is self-funded, and we have to pay for it, contribute part of it. Just an example is with Utah. Utah is a very proactive state, and they try to also run around and see what donation they can get. Of course, there are also limitations here and there. They're able to get something small, and that's what they will use for the picnic on Monday. But the main conference still has to be self-funded, and that's just an example to explain to the few viewers or people who have asked us whether this conference cannot be funded or grants cannot be solicited from the different states. That is possible depending on every state. But nevertheless, this conference will stand by its design as self-funded. That means every year we'll send out flyers indicating what amount is to be paid. As for this year, it's going to be 150 for adults, and then students 80, seniors 80, and we hope to see everybody there. If you have any challenges with that, let us know, speak out. Our phone numbers are always out, contacts are always out. Given the different platform that we use, feel free to reach out so we can see how best we can help, because your presence is very important. It's actually more than the money that we pay, although we need the money to facilitate our stay over there. Thank you.
All right, very good, very good. The last question, and then I will give the team of South Sudan is not a cup of tea in the clubhouse. Sister Pam, she have a question, but before Sister Pam to have her questions, I'm very optimistic, and I would like really to see ESSCA to go more further on that. But allowed me to ask this question, Mr. President, also Sister Kideng, as the Secretary General. That there are two things that why I'm very interested about it. During the time of the conference, that what people that are preparing themselves now, everybody is start to prepare himself. How the Equatorians they are. Mafi kalam, de ma fogo kalam. Hey, hajat katir gizahir. Hajat Jamil Zahir, and then also anihna bisaraha yani anihna kida dama foga yinigash. If people like it or don't like it, we are like this. Anihna nas we talk. So, Mr. President, don't you think that there is a way, either in the last day or the first or the second day, that figufa kida bukhutu ashan nas al-gijada foga the seat ashan gura le noswan al tabanin back home or yal al tabanin back home, and that will be a great initiative that all our brothers and sisters to do that kind of things. And also our God in heaven and all the angels will appreciate that. Yes, we came for the conference, we enjoyed the conference, we agree about what we talked at the conference, but there is something that where our brothers and sisters and our mothers and kids back home, those who are suffering, they want to really have that attachment, to have it, to see it, and if that is possible, people that are going to do that. This is one question I would like really to you to answer this, and if it's something is going to happen during that time. And second questions that follow, why can we organize another show, and that show will just make it as a, as a show for people to come and donate, and then you will make البنك في online ده يلا إن بعمل show كده ده كان في clubhouse, and then people they start to donate, even though $1, $2, $3 for the conference, so that can help some needs that what this money what you guys already I see it is somehow cannot really be enough. And then for those who can have they can donate so that the conference can be successful? This is 2 questions that I would like. This is my last 2 questions, and then I will let Sister Pam to ask her question when you answer. This either you or Sister Kideng. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that question. So yeah, the ESSCA structure is divided in such a way that it is a full house that has different branches. So there's a branch of the executive, there's the board, there's women affairs, there's youth, there's humanitarian, and so on and so forth. So the donation falls under the humanitarian, and definitely the humanitarian will spearhead such a thing. I'm sure they have a lot of good plans, but your suggestion that there should be a guffer or a basket to collect donations, it definitely falls in place. We'll take your idea and we'll pass it to the humanitarian team. That this is an idea that's come from our media team, that there should be a donation collected, particularly to go towards helping our suffering women and children back home. That is in regard to the donation. Regarding another time that we could come and work on the donations, obviously that's also beautiful. Obviously, anything that helps, in my view, I think it is good. Because the intention is pure. The intention is nothing but supporting our community. As long as it's supporting our community, so I would say that it's a good thing that we should definitely look to it and go forward to implement. I would, for sure, I would think that the board will have no issues, but given the structure of how ESSCA works, that everything has to be within the framework of what is allowed in the executive. And if there's anything that is in question, then we always make sure that we check with the board before we can proceed forward. But definitely your suggestion is good. We will take the suggestion and we will be glad to get back to you with tangible answers and plan of action.
شكرا كثير. شكرا كثير. لو ما في حاجة زيادة أنا بدي فرصة للتيم بتاعنا بتاع South Sudan is not a cup of tea في Clubhouse. Sister Pam, she had a question either for you, Mr. President, or to our sister Kideng, and then she can go ahead. Sister Pam, please ask your question. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Mujasif. It was great to hear how ESSCA spoke about helping our people back home regarding humanitarian issues and those who are displaced. However, my question to ESSCA goes, how come ESSCA USA, as far as I'm concerned and few people concerned, we have not seen any condemnation letter from the officers of ESSCA regarding the atrocities that are happening back home to the people of Equatoria. After all, they are ESSCA is part of Equatoria and they are representing Equatoria, even though it's in USA, but we Equatorians in USA, we are connected in so many ways to our people back home. So I'm wondering how come they did not issue any condemnation letter or their concern to the people that back home, that whether it's looting or killing or raping of women. That's my question to them.
Thank you, Sister Pam, for your question.
Brother Mujasif, your mic is closed. If they are answering the question, we cannot hear.
1 second, just. Sister Pam, just 1 second, and then they will answer you. Yeah, because I have to change the system so that they can hear very good. Go ahead. Thank you.
All right. Hope you guys can hear me very well.
Very good now. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So regarding the atrocities that are taking place back home, we on one way or another, the truth is these atrocities affect all of us in one way or another. I personally have lost a cousin brother who got killed because of all these atrocities of all that is taking place in South Sudan. And yes, we as Equatorians in the diaspora, the leadership in the diaspora, that means those of us in ESSCA USA, ESSCA Canada, England, and those in European countries, those in Australia, we sat together and we drafted a condemnation letter in which each and every one of us signed. Perhaps it has not reached your desk, but it is there. If you want, perhaps we can be able to find that letter, and we'll be glad to send it to your media so that you can have a copy of that.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you for answering that question. I asked that question because it's a concern of many people in the media. But since you guys said you drafted a condemnation letter, that's a good news, and I would love to see that letter myself as well.
Thank you. I think you, Mr. Juma and Kideng, you had her respond, yeah? Because I didn't change
yes,
the
yes, yes.
All right, good. All right. So, Brother Sabata, do you have any questions? I think because we have to wrap it, we are on time. Yeah. Sabata, do you have any things that, you know, what you would like to ask Mr. Juma and also Sister Kideng as well?
No, not really. I just want to thank them for coming up and giving some update.
Moderator, it's very low.
Okay, just some seconds. Sabata, please, some seconds.
Hello?
Sabata, can you go ahead? Yeah.
Hello?
Go ahead, Mr. Sabata.
Yeah, I said, no, I don't have any question. I just want to thank them for coming and spending some time giving up some information with respect to the upcoming conference and just kind of throwing a little suggestion that if they can also tell the people of Equatoria who would be coming in Salt Lake that they can also apply for what's called the Airbnb. That is, if they are having trouble with hotel room deals, they can always download the app and just pay for Airbnb and rent these kind of houses. So it could be 2, 3, 4 bedroom house for only 2 days. A couple of people can kind of just put their hands together and they can do that. That'll be kind of cheap and otherwise, you know, people can always accommodate guests in Salt Lake City, Utah. Thank you.
Yeah. Do you have any comment on what Sabata said, Mr. President or Kideng?
I'll say this. To all the viewers of the South Sudan is not a cup of tea. I said it.
Yeah.
So all the Equatorians who are out there, if you're coming to Salt Lake City, welcome. Come and be part of this conference. It's going to be beautiful. If you have difficulty with the booking a hotel, hotels are still there. But we honestly think that Airbnb, those who are okay with Airbnb is pretty cheap. The prices are fair. I think you guys can download the app, as Sabata was saying earlier, and you can have a decent place for a fair price. So Airbnb is the way to go. Those who also want the hotels are there because we all fall into different categories. There are those who are in a category of here, and there are those who are here. So you look at where you want to be. Hotels are there, Airbnb are also present, and these are all within the vicinity of the conference. Most importantly is just make sure that you buy a ticket early and come and collaborate, interact, enjoy with your fellow Equatorians. Thank you.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Moderators, those who are in the clubhouse, is it the hands rising is open? If you would like to pick 2-3 person and then we end. If it's not,
the hand raise button is open. So if someone has questions for Juma Artema and his secretary, then they may come up.
Yeah. Okay, we'll wait for some of our brothers if they have some question, just some 2 minutes, and then we wrap it, and then I think we'll just go peacefully home. And then,
brother Mujasif, let either the Secretary General or the President tell us whether they have heard anything about a welcoming party on Friday or something else like that. We have not heard anything, even though I live in Utah. I've not heard anything. Usually there is a welcoming party a day before the meeting, and then a closing party when the conference ends on Sundays. So what's any update about that?
okay, Mr. Sabata, I think I will leave this to the President to answer that. But the money is very small, 150. They cannot make 2 parties. Anyway, I'm joking. The giga West Juma, Ashanita, you answered Sabata. Yeah, you can go ahead. Yeah, Fadal.
I think let Gideon, I give this chance to Gideon to talk. Otherwise, we are. It's too much men talking, huh? So our sister should also be given the 25%.
Yeah. Thank you, moderator. Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. Sabata, thank you for that question. Ideally, welcoming party or be it on Friday or maybe on Sunday, it's usually that falls within the plans of the state. So we haven't had anything from Utah State yet. It also depends on how comfortable and resources that they have at hand. So I haven't had anything about welcoming party. If the state is still planning, probably they will let us know. However, plans are still in place to probably have a prayer session that might take place on Friday, but we still haven't finalized on that. Once we finalize, we should be able to let members know along that. We have our chaplain, Pastor Malish, who'll be working with the team on ground to ensure that the evening we have a prayer session for those who may also want to be in the church. And also, we believe many of us as Equatorians are probably raised up in Christian families, and the word of God has been so much softening us in hard times and in moments that we go through. And if that's finalized, we'll let members know. We believe that by that time, everyone would have flown in, and it should be quite easy for members to gather and, pray together, soften one another, reflect, and pray for one another as well as our country and our people back home. Regarding the welcoming party, if any information comes up from the state, we'll definitely let the general public know. Until then, we still don't have that information at hand.
Here is what I'll add to what the sister is saying. I've been to Utah a lot of times. I tell you, Utah would never let us down. I know that we got great people in the state of Utah, and we can't wait to hear about the welcoming party. Utah always has been there. It has always delivered. And we believe they will deliver this year again.
Yeah. Juma, there is funny things here. Anyway, it's an interview, but sometimes we have to make some fun. Sabata, mutual guide for Utah. He knows that what is going on في party. lakini uma dairita lazim tuwarule public عشان الناس يكونوا جاهزين ولا شنو هسه جاهز كرافيتا بتو وجماعة كله جاهز حاجاتهم and then the welcoming party will be there ولا شنو يا brother Sabata. Anyway, so that's good. All right.
Akim is in that state. Sabata is in that state. I think these people and many others who are there, I'm sure they will. Something will show up. But as SG was saying, until we hear from them, we cannot go ahead and pass the information out prematurely.
Yeah. في حاجات قاموا كمان سيكريت بس انت بيجي فاجأ قال جوا لي زول ظهور في دينتو يا سباتا. Anyway, so good. Yeah. And let's come to the conclusion. I don't think في ناس تحت هناك في clubhouse دارين يسألوا سؤال. I don't know. Pam, do you think that some people don't like to ask questions or Sabata? Otherwise, we'll.
There's no one raised their hand. You can just go ahead and conclude.
All right, good. So very good. So we will come to the end of this, nice meeting. I can say it, or nice interview, or nice discussion for our brothers and sisters, even those who are back home, and also those who are in diaspora in US and in Europe or everywhere in the world. Those like really to join ESSCA. Fizoli Hadobja Helia. Okay. I think Fizol Ja Darius Al-Swal, so I would like to hear the question from Helia. Yeah, just wait, Helia, and then I think, yeah, Brother Helia, I think you would like to ask a question.
Yeah, is my voice clear?
Yeah, it's clear. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I'm driving. It could be noisy in my background. Like my question goes to the president and the secretary general. I know ESSCA is an annual event that happens, but I live in the state of Tennessee. My question is, as far as Equatorian communities, at the state levels, how do you guys engage with the presidents of the states or leaders of the state? And because I don't see any activities that are going on here in Tennessee regarding our community here, but how do you guys planning to revive the states to be active, not just annually, but just in occasions that people can have events with families and engage. I see we just only go for the conference yearly, but we don't see anything happen in states. So how do you guys plan to go around and communicate with the state leaders, so we can have that community running again? And I'm sure there are so many communities that are going through the same thing. We just want to make sure all the communities are together. Shukran alaikum.
Thank you. That is Helia. He asked that question, Mr. Juma, President of ESSCA. You can go ahead, or General Secretary of ESSCA. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Brother Taylor, for your question regarding the participation and the activity of the state. First and foremost, we are in contact with the state leader, especially Tennessee is one state that we have been communicating with the state leader. And we in ESSCA USA, we believe that ESSCA USA cannot do it without the states. The states are the grassroots of ESSCA USA. Therefore, when we have stronger grassroots, we have stronger ESSCA USA. Indeed, when we hear that the state is not active, or the state is not participating in their activities as they're supposed to be, we will call the state, we will communicate with the state, we will engage the state, and if need be, we will even visit the state. So those are the initiatives that we have put forward for this year. And we'll take note of your state that there's a need to engage your state leaders. The state chairperson in Tennessee. We look forward to revitalizing the Tennessee and to make sure that states gets back to be a vibrant state again as it used to be. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So let's. Okay, we are going for the last, remarks, and let's conclude this nice meeting, this nice event. And I'm very happy very happy really to be here with you in the studio. And our team also, South Sudan is not a cup of tea there in the clubhouse. Hopefully they are also happy, and so that the message can be sent to Equatorians, those who are in diaspora and also back home, and also for those who would like really, because some they used to come from from Africa, and that will be a very good message to them, and also they will know what they can do so that they can reach over there, because some people they already have some visas to United States for a long time, so just only for them to book their tickets and to prepare their money, that 150 they can add on that, so that can be 300. It will be good, especially for those who are flying from Africa. It seems that their pocket can be good to help, yeah, unless for those who are in the camps and all wherever is, that will be somehow different. Let's come to the conclusion. Our summary for this meeting or this interview, Mr. President, what's your last remarks for this interview, and also the last message for this coming conference, that what you'd like to send, so that people they should be ready, and they will be happy to see a conference who is better from the conference of last year. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Mr. Sebit. I'm very happy to be here at this media. First of all, I'd like to say this. We've issued a number of invitations to our people back home in Africa and around the globe. So we are looking forward that we will have more people joining us from South Sudan and around the globe this conference. To the viewers and those who will see later on, I want to encourage each and everybody to come and be part of the conference. Come and let's celebrate together. Let's bring the best of Equatoria. Bring your ideas. We, as your community leaders, we can never do it without you. When you come and you give us the support, when you come and you energize us, and we become even stronger. It's only when we come together as one people, that's when we can sincerely be able to look at what are the challenges, what are the difficulties, how can we shape our destiny sincerely, what is it that we are facing as a people. And we are blessed with so many diverse people from all walks of life. We have doctors, we have pediatricians, we have teachers, we have professors, we have all kind of even nurses, we have psychologists, and all kind of different professions. So my word is this, that I want to encourage everybody to come. Bring your good ideas, how we can make ESSCA sincerely better, and take it to the next level. It is only when you come with proposals, I've heard so many things about that we should be writing grants, we should be doing A, B, and C. My challenge is this. We want to encourage those who have the ability to do those things, the good things that can take ESSCA forward. Send your proposals to us so that we can implement those proposals. I sincerely believe in a grassroots approach whereby we bring the ideas that are from the down there and we make use of it, not just from the top. And therefore, this year is going to be great. This year, we're going to be engaging. This year, we want to see the best of Equatoria yet to come. Come one, come all, be there on time. We're going to have a lot of musicians on board. We're going to have, who knows, maybe Sevilante is going to be there, and many others. So I want to encourage everybody to come and let's have a good time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Juma. I appreciate that so much. And let's give to our sister, the General Secretary of the Executive Body of ESSCA US, for her last remarks. And that will be great. And then we'll end this show tonight. And for some of you, those who are still in the morning and those who are in the evening as well. Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you, moderator, Mr. President, for your remarks as well. Mr. Sabata and Sister Palm, thank you so much for also coordinating the clubhouse. The viewers that have taken their time to be here could be late in your locations, but you have stayed here simply to listen and participate. Thank you so much. We value your time. It's something that we do not take for granted. Even if we are not able to mention your names or maybe see all of you, please bear in mind that we acknowledge your presence and we are very, very grateful for you tuning in and listening to us, as well as contributing. It's part of also contributing. To everyone that has been a member of ESSCA, thank you very, very much. For those who actually initiated ESSCA, who came up with the idea and who have supported ESSCA along the way, thank you very much. Without you, ESSCA wouldn't be what it is. Today we take pride. Today we have an opportunity to participate, to take leadership roles in ESSCA because of you. You initiated, you sustained the organization. It doesn't mean that the organization is not facing challenges. Of course, just like another organization that is operating in the world of today, challenges are there. But thank you for being there. We are so grateful that you have stood with ESSCA. You have made contributions. It may not be seen, or no one may see it, or may not be tangible, but anything that you give, more especially the relief, the humanitarian donations that were sent back home to help our fellow brothers, that is something that we may not measure, we may not see, but it is very, very huge. Do not underestimate your ability. We appreciate and we continue to pray that may your territory be expanded, and then that you continue to support our community. The needs are overwhelming and we don't know when they'll end. But until then, we will have to stand together, remain committed in supporting one another. We got to lean on each other. And one thing that I would like to emphasize is the spirit of patience. Let's be patient with one another. I know a lot is happening, but along the line, as we build the resilience, as we come up with coping mechanisms, let's continue to be patient with one another and empower one another where it's necessary. Also to our community, I would like to say that, yes, we do have an office, and the office is not fully equipped with human resource in terms of staffing. So we'd like to extend out, please, if you're an Equatorian, ESSCA is for you, and it's you who can make ESSCA great. We are open to membership. We are open to people who like to take leadership. Come up, please. Let's take the challenge together. Nobody knows more and nobody knows nothing. We are learning from each other each day. We are getting feedback from members, from committed members. And we have stood in this position for this period of time, not because we know it all, but because you have supported us with ideas. So we are all capable of working together. Don't shy away. Come up and let's work together. Let's learn from one another. And I also want to appreciate most of ESSCA members that you have really guided us through. Being in office is not an easy thing, but through your guidance, here we are, and ESSCA is still going forward. A lot is expected out of ESSCA, and that expectation can only be met if we all come on board. We have unique ideas, unique approaches, unique type of knowledge that we would like to see that coming up. And to everyone that is viewing us, as well as those who are supporting ESSCA, we are very open to participatory approach. We would like to hear from you. Our hands might be very short that we cannot reach to each one of you. Do not feel that we have neglected you. Come up, speak to us, look for us, put us, hold us accountable for what we are supposed to do. Do your part as a community. Where there's no accountability, ask us for that. That will be your role as an active member. That will be your role as an Equatorian, to come up and speak. Feel free to reach out to us if you need any help. And we would like to see you in the conference for a session that we'll be having to reflect together and discuss. Give us that feedback and help us generate ideas on how we can move this organization together. Of course, it's not only us, we're in the office, but let's all ESSCA together and let's move it to where it should be. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you all in Utah.
Yeah, thank you very much. We are coming to the end. Mr. President announced for us the first date of the conference for the year 2023. We date the first date to the last date of everybody should pick his bag and return back home. Yeah, announce for us.
Oh,
Bob
okay.
Nation.
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
cannot say. I cannot
Yes.
say.
Arrival is on Friday, September 1st. That is should be your arrival, and that day also we will have we plan to have a prayer service, and we are looking forward to hear from Utah about welcoming party as well. And then of course day 1 of the conference, which is the main day, will be September 2nd and September 3rd, which will be Sunday. Then we will close with a party on September 3rd, that's Sunday, followed by a barbecue on the 4th,
On
that
Monday.
is Monday. And then after Monday, now you can now enjoy the barbecue and call it a goodbye wave to the state, and we all have enjoyed ourselves. So if you're booking your ticket, book your ticket from September 1st to September 4th or 5th.
Good. So the president of ESSCA announced the conference of Equatorians in US under the leadership of Juma and the General Secretary Kideng. ESSCA US, the first meeting on the 1st of September and up on the 4th of September 2023. So Equatorians, book your ticket, be ready, prepare your, I don't know, shunu bitak kanita darti jehis jalabia, darti jehis suit, and everybody.
Tondura kulu.
Tondura ya haja.
Alder jibu tondura kulu jibu.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Shukran. Sister Pam, finish. We end up here. If you have something to appreciate those who are, in the clubhouse, and Sabata, and then we close the room there. Thank you very much.
I don't have much. I just wanted to say thank you to the audience for being here, and thank you to Mr. Juma and Kiden for joining us today. I'll pass the mic to Sabata.
Thank you very much, Mr. President and my secretary, and also you, Yasif, sparing up the time, and then all the people who have come listen to the discussion. And thank you. God bless you.
Shukran jazilan. South Sudan is not a cup of tea. Is happy to have you here, and then we close our room from the clubhouse and also in the Facebook, and then hopefully that we'll see you maybe before the ESSCA meeting or conference, just to come and give some enlightenment, or also to give some donation as well, if people will to do so. Mr. President, thank you very much. Madam General Secretary of ESSCA, thank you very much. God bless you, bless your mission, and also, like what you said, the officers should be also have patience, because things, it will show up, and the successful will show up in the end. So God bless you all, and thank you very much. Sister Pam, you can close the clubhouse, and then we end up the show. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Madam Mujasif, to everyone, good night.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, wherever you're listening from. Have a good night and have a good the rest of your weekend.
Yeah.